everybody. We're going to talk a little bit about a new kind of music that came in the 1970s and 1980s after punk music. So punk music was about, I don't care, I just want to rock. And this is sort of the same idea where people were saying, I don't care, I just want to do my own thing. And that meant being a little bit weird and a little bit silly and very, very, very fun. So in new wave music, a lot of people created new looks and started wearing clothing that's made out of metallic fabric, lots of bright colors, crazy hair. And the first video that I'm going to show you is by a group called the Buggles. And they were the first band to do this sort of new wave, fun, little bit weird kind of music. So watch this video and you're gonna see some crazy big glasses, some fun costumes, and shiny metallic outfits. So watch this.
I heard you on the wireless back in 52, lying awake intently tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine on new technology. And now I understand the problems you could see. I met your children. What did you tell them?
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
Pictures came and broke your heart. And now we meet in an abandoned studio. We hear the playback and it seems so long ago. And you remember the jingles used to go. You were the first one. You were the last one.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far.
Okay. The next video that I'm going to show you is by a band called Devo. And Devo also wore metallic clothing. They had these funny hats that they were wearing in this video too, so watch for that. Devo was really into electronic music, and they would do things like pull apart a calculator or something that wasn't really meant to be a musical instrument, and they made their own musical instruments out of them. So they're very inventive, and they kind of act like robots, and they're kind of nerdy, and I really like them a lot. So one thing that I want you to look for in this video is an instrument that is a combination of a keyboard and a guitar, and it's called a keytar. So see if you can spot it in this next video.
She sings on somewhere you can't see. She sits in the top of the greenest tree. She sends out an aroma of undefined love. It drips on down in a mist from above. She's just a girl. She's just a girl. The girl you want. She's just a girl. She's just a girl. The girl you want. You hear her calling everywhere you turn. You know you're headed for the pleasure burn, but the words get stuck on the tip of your tongue. She's a real thing, but you knew it all along. She's just a girl. She's just a girl. The girl you want. She's just a girl. She's just a girl. The girl you want.
So the next video I'm going to show you is from a band called Talking Heads. And Talking Heads has a singer named David Byrne. And in this next video, you're going to see him doing some really interesting dance moves. He's kind of sweaty and he's wearing a suit, and so I think you're gonna enjoy this next video.
Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. And you may ask yourself, how do I work this? And you may ask yourself, where is that large automobile? And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful house. And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground.
So the next video is a band called the B-52s. You're gonna see them using silly props and doing some funny dances and making some funny noises and kind of screaming, and but they're one of my favorite bands. I really love the B-52s, so check out this video.
Down, down.
Did you see the part where Fred, the singer, fell down? That was funny. Anyways, the last video that I have to show you is by Blondie, and she definitely was part of the punk movement, and she moved into the new wave movement. You're also gonna see a little bit of disco with this next video that I'm gonna show you. So Blondie wasn't like trying to be weird or silly. She's not really moving and dancing kind of crazy like the other videos that I just showed you. So Blondie is part of this movement, and she's one of my favorite singers and performers too. So take a look at Blondie. Sense of what new wave music is like. Some crazy hair, lots of clothing that's shiny and colorful, acting a little bit weird. The music was very electronic, which means they use like synthesizers, which is a keyboard you plug in and it's electric instead of a normal piano. So this was a movement that was a lot more fun and a lot more silly, but also telling the story of, you know what, I just want to do my own thing. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed listening to some new wave music and learning about the 1980s. Okay, it's time for an art project that is based on new wave music. All you're gonna need is a regular piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. You can use crayon or color pencils, anything that you have at home to do this project. So let's get started. Here's my piece of paper and my pencil, and the first thing that I'm gonna do is fold my paper in half, hamburger style. So we need a title for our zine. We're gonna put that at the top. You can think of any title that you want. I'm just gonna call it, I'm gonna do block letters and maybe make the letters a little bit, this letter's a little big, that letter's a little small. You are the artist, you come up with the way that you want to show your title. So one of the things of New Wave is crazy hair, and some people would use lots and lots and lots and lots of hairspray to get their hair to go really high up. So I'm gonna draw a picture of some New Wavers. There's a face, and I'm gonna make this hair go covering this person's eye. And maybe on this part, his hair is kind of shaved, and then the rest of his hair kind of swoops down over one of his eyes. And then maybe we color it a funky color like purple or green. And there's an ear. And then over here, I'm gonna put some dots because that represents that part of his hair is actually shaved off. Here's his neck and a t-shirt line, and I'm gonna give him a jacket, but the collar is gonna be popped up. So I'm gonna draw it this way. There's his arm and shoulder and arm. Here's his jacket. And I'm gonna give him some zebra stripes on his t-shirt. Okay, there's our first New Waver. Now let's do another New Waver person. And this time, let's give her some really big hair. And let's give her some eyes. And let's give her some crazy earrings. Maybe there's a circle with a triangle attached to it. It's really big and dangly. And she is going to wear also a jacket with the collar popped up. And this time, I'm gonna put her hands in her pockets. There's a pocket, arm out. And her jacket kind of comes out this way. It's almost like it's a little bit too big. And then I'm gonna give her a cheetah print dress. So I'm gonna draw some of these little shapes that are sort of like the letter C. Okay, so I'm gonna continue working on my New Wave zine, and I will show you what I come up with at the very end. So here is my New Wave zine. This is the cover. Here are our New Wavers on the cover. I created their outfits with lots and lots of fun colors and patterns, and there's the cover. On the inside, I just drew a whole bunch of more people, and I just kind of wrote some words here and there. I wrote, awesome. I made this girl with really cool kinky hair that's sticking up, and she used a lot of hairspray that day. Here's a guy from Devo. He's wearing that hat and jumpsuit. Look what he's playing. Do you remember what that was called? A keyboard mixed with a guitar is a keytar. Here's a girl with some blue hair, and I added a whole bunch of color and stripes and polka dots, and I wrote the B-52s, and here is some more. There's the guy from the Buggles with those big giant glasses. I wrote the word cool, and then I put a design around it. And then here is a girl with a t-shirt that says Blondie. So this is the inside of my issue of New Wave zine. And I used color pencil because if I used marker, then the color would go through to the other side. And then here's my back cover. This is David Byrne. And I wrote Talking Heads. And then over here I wrote Same as It Ever Was. And you'll probably remember that from the video that I showed you. Hey, that was super fun. So I would love to see your New Wave zines. So post a photo of the one that you made, and I hope to be able to see it.